All marshals are requested to take the attendance of the degree recipients now.
OBS में settings
नहीं इसमें सही है
उसकी
हो रहा है ना
Bom, bom. Halo. Audio check करता है.
हाँ बोलिए अभी मुझे लोन की जरूरत नहीं है Thanks for the information, but I don't need it right now.
उसका है. कितना 30 है
नहीं ये
FPS सेटिंग्स में
देख लेते हैं।
नहीं
नहीं है
स्ट्रीम स्ट्रीम वीडियो ये
60 पे ही है।
60 तो इसके वापस से ऑडियंस इसको
नहीं दिखा लैपटॉप इसको कनेक्ट करो।
Gentlemen, the fourth convocation of the institute will commence in a short while. You are requested to switch off your mobile phone in silence during the entire proceeding of the convocation. You are also requested not to cheer or clap after the invocation or during the award of degrees. Photographing is strictly prohibited. Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth convocation of the Institute is about to begin. The academic procession is now entering the hall. You are requested to stand up and remain standing till the completion of the invocation song. You are again requested not to cheer or clap after the invocation or during the award of the degrees or take photographs. We will now begin the invocation ceremony with the Gayatri Mantra, followed by the lighting of the lamp. May I now request the Director of the Institute, Professor Gautam Burwa, to please light the lamp. So today we have everyone may now please take their respective seats. The Chairman, Board of Governors, IIIT Guwahati, Sri S. Ramadurai, is with us today in virtual mode. The Chairman is requested to formally declare the opening of the convocation.
Good morning, everyone. I declare the convocation open.
The chief guest for the fourth convocation of the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati, is the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma. Unfortunately, he is unable to be physically present today. His convocation address will be read out later in the program. Professor T.G. Sitaram, Director, IIT Guwahati, and Professor Bhavesh Goswami, Vice Chancellor of Cotton University, who are both members of the board of the institute, are special guests in today's function. The Director of the institute, Professor Gautam Burwa, will now present the annual report of the institute for the academic years 2020-2021 and 2021-2022.
Professor T.G. Sitaram, Professor Bhavesh Goswami, Chairman, Board of Governors, Sri Ramadurai, members of the Board of Governors, members of the Senate, invited guests, graduating students, faculty and staff of the Institute, parents and guardians, ladies and gentlemen, and my dear students. It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the fourth convocation of IIIT Guwahati. Due to the COVID pandemic, the Institute held its third convocation in virtual mode in December 2020, and the Institute could not hold its convocation in 2021. So we are going to award degrees to those who have completed their degree requirements in 2021 and also in 21-22. 322 students of the Institute are going to be awarded their degrees today. Now I'm going to present a brief report on the activities and achievements of the Institute during the last year, 21-22. Even though, we have a 2-year gap, but my report will become too long, so it's just on of the last year. So the COVID-19 pandemic continued to have an impact on the functioning of the Institute. Classes were held in online mode in the monsoon 2021 semester. There was a plan to start physical classes in winter 2022 from the beginning of January, but the third wave of COVID in January caused a delay. Physical classes were started from 15th of March, but with the students optionally allowed to continue their learning in online mode. As in the previous year, Institute allowed students to remain in the hostels with one student per room. JEE entrance exams were again postponed like in 2020 in 2021, and so admission to the BTech program was delayed, and classes for the first year started from December 27, 2021, whereas they should have started at the beginning of August. Their first semester therefore was from December end to April, to the second semester from April is going on currently till the end of July. The Institute received no funds from its stakeholders in 21-22. The TechWith project in March, we have got some funding primarily for equipment and academic activities through that project. The Institute met its expenditure entirely from its own income, which was primarily for fees. This is part of the scheme that these IIITs are in public-private partnership mode. So after the initial support in the form of capital grants, the Institute has to take care of its funds from its own income. Nevertheless, we still need money. The Institute needed more hostel seats to accommodate all the students. As the loan was not forthcoming, the Institute prepared a plan to construct a single-story boys' hostel of capacity 96 and to extend the girls' hostel by 30. The estimated expenditure was 6.31 crores was to be met from the Institute income. Tender was floated and the work was allotted in January 2022. The Institute also created a lake as per the master plan. This helps in during monsoons. When flooding happens, this lake is already this time we have seen has helped in reducing the amount of water rise in the campus. The excavated soil also from this lake was used to fill up areas required for the new hostels. Fortunately for us, the government of Assam announced a grant of 10 crores to the Institute in its budget 2022-23. This has set in motion a larger construction program to be taken up for 2023 and in succeeding years. On behalf of the Institute, I wish to thank the government of Assam for this financial support, and we hope we will receive more such support in coming years too. One major change that was introduced in the BTech curriculum was giving students an option to take up an internship in their final semester in the Institute. Along with the internship, which is evaluated by faculty of the Institute, students have to register for 1 or 2 courses in online mode. This initiative helps students in their placement and also gives them some experience in the industry. Admissions, as I have already mentioned, students are admitted through the joint entrance exam conducted by the National Testing Agency, and reservations are there as per the Central Act. BTech programs in CSE and EC were started in 2013. In 2021, the sanction strength was 200. 20% of the seats were added as supernumerary seats for girl students, and 3% reservation for EWS, economically weaker sections, was incorporated as per the government decision which is to go up to 10% actually in the coming years, without reducing the number of general category seats. This resulted in intake of 254. Admissions were delayed, as I have already mentioned. The actual number of students who remained after initial dropouts was 229. From 224, finally we ended up with 229 in this first year batch. The MTech program was started in 2018 with an intake of 60. An online mode was introduced in the MTech program in CSE from 2020. And then an online mode in communication and signal processing was also started last year. And a new specialization in VLSI and embedded systems was introduced in EC. The actual number of students who joined was 49. The PhD program is doing well, and this year we have admitted a total of 21 students, 20 regular and 1 part-time. 3 students, 2 in EC and 1 in mathematics, have completed their PhD programs in 21-22, and we are going to give them degrees today, besides 4 more from the previous year. Student profile. So right now, there are 1,001 students, 817 BTech students, 87 MTech students, and 97 PhD students. Of course, in the PhD category, there are a large number of 44 of them part-time students. So effectively, regular students are 53. Today, we are offering BTech, MTech, and PhD degrees to students who have completed their degrees in 21 and 22. Altogether, 75 students from the 21 batch and 182 students from the 22 batch in the BTech program, 22 from the 21 batch and 34 from the 22 batch in the MTech program, and 5 students from the 21 batch and 4 from the 22 batch in the PhD program, for a total of 322 students who are being awarded degrees today. My congratulations to all of them. The faculty and staff, there is, in faculty, there has been slight increase in number of faculty, although the sanction strength was increased to 84. Currently, we have 49 faculty members in place. The staff profile has remained almost the same in the last few years, and there is a total of 27 regular staff in the campus. Of course, we also have outsourced services for cleaning, for security, and other such activities. Now, number of publications have been increasing, although the last 2 years it's remained steady. I will not read out the whole details, but in 21-22 there were a total of 131 publications, of which 55 were in journals. And in 2021, 45 journal publications were there. So the number has remained the same, but it has been growing over the years, and I'm sure it will grow further now that physical activities will start on campus. In spite of COVID, the work has continued. Sponsored research is an important source for research, especially for the PhD students to get their scholarships, and of course for buying equipment, etc. for research. So 5 new projects came in the last year. 2 in mathematics on regular maps on surfaces, 1 in computer science on zero trust feasibility study, and another one in computer science using machine learning in handling structures, and finally a electronics project on the design of 1-bit DSPS flash analog to digital converter. There are 16 projects that were awarded earlier, and the total amount of new projects amount is 57.46 lakhs. There were 16 projects continuing with a total funding of 2.61, and 3 projects with a total funding of 58 lakhs completed in 2021. So we have got around 3 crores of funding every year for projects. We need to go forward in this by doing more translational research. We are planning to establish an incubation center in the campus so that we can get the startup culture going. Of course, already innovation activities are there, but we hope that we'll be able to space and start an incubation center where faculty and students can take part, and then maybe we'll have patents and research which will get into products and processes. That is what we need to do in the years to come. The institute also has some faculty development programs in computer science and the security area. There have been some collaborations. Number of collaborations with other institutes are few, but I just mentioned them here. One is with the N+1 network of France. It's a number of institutions, engineering institutions in France. The College of Engineering, San Yat-sen University, Taiwan. And we also have actually not mentioned in the report, also have interaction with the German DAAD program. With the national institutes, we have a collaboration with IIIT Guwahati, CDEC, Mohali, STPR. A number of our faculty are collaborating with other researchers, primarily in publications, but some in projects and also in student visits. Many of these collaborations are a continuation of the work these faculty were doing maybe as postdoc or as doctoral students in the earlier places. But a number of new collaborations have also started, and it's all over the world: US, Hong Kong, Australia, Egypt, Taiwan, France, Norway, Spain, Cyprus, Greece, Italy, Australia, China, Brazil, South Africa, Jodhpur, IIT, NIT Manipur. So there have been a lot of collaborations by our faculty with other researchers in other institutions. And we need to keep this tempo going and we'll move forward. Because it's only with such collaborations, not only in our institute, but countrywide. A few awards and achievements. In the Department of CSC, Professor Firdaus Barbuha was a member of the Working Group on Mobile Device Security of the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology. I was a member of the Joint Admission Board of the JEE exam. Vichar Sharma and Firdaus Barbuha received the outstanding paper in the TDCAT 2021 conference. Then two groups of students got prizes in computer challenge programs. This is a global program, so-called World Big Parameterized Algorithms and Computational Experiments, Space Challenge 2021. One group of students got World Rank 2 in students category and overall World Rank 8. Sachin Agarwal, Sahil Bajaj and Objav Singh. And the same group also got in the exact rank, 8th rank worldwide. Congratulations to them. Our students have been doing very well, few of them of course, in these such hackathons, computer challenges, and so on. The Department of ECE organized a workshop on VLSI and embedded systems, on prototype FPGA and SOC systems. Then some of our faculty, Shovan Verma, was mission chair of an international conference on orange technology. Sudeep was a TPC's chair in IEEE Globecom. Sudeep was also a TPC member of IEEE ICC 2021. Babita Jajodia featured in IBM System Quantum Women of India feature book. Vidisha Dasgupta was elevated to senior membership of IEEE. Shovan Verma was appointed associate editor of IEEE Transactions and Instrumentation and Measurement. And Sudeep was appointed as editor of IEEE Transactions on Green Communications. The Department of HSS organized seminars. Rajeshri Mitra organized a panel on culture, things, and empire. Surendra Burma was a member of an editorial committee for the journal Language and Language Teaching. And some faculty went for training. And there was Bhavana Burman, a PhD scholar in HSS, was awarded a second prize in the best research paper category. Little bit of the students' activities before there was COVID. Most of the classes were held online and student council elections were not held. Student Gymkhana council members were appointed based on nomination. Even though most of the students were not on campus during the year, lots of events and activities were held by the club under various boards, both in online and offline mode. So we have a number of clubs. Let's briefly give you the names of the clubs. The technical board, we have a programming club, robotics club, machine learning society, Google's Developers Students Club, cultural dance club, photography club, music club, movie club, reading club, literary club, quiz club, drama club, fine arts club, sports outdoor and indoor clubs, welfare board, eco and outreach club, health club, girls empowerment group. And the number of events took place over the years, which I will not read out, that's listed in the report for your information. And institute also gives annual awards to students in three categories: best performing club, exemplary hostel week, and best social initiative. The hostel wing award was dropped because most of the students were not in hostels, and the social initiative award also could not be given. None of the nominations were again because people are not here. So the best performing club was given to the quiz club. Number of student achievements, I've already mentioned. Bhavan of Bhavan got a prize in a conference. Subhajit Ghosh won second prize in data science hackathon. Nimish Agarwal and Simon Cord, CSE, won the Avalanche Developer Contest. It was a global event held in August 2021. They also won the Polka Dot Hackathon, APAC edition. Congratulations to all these students. Extracurricular activities also students have taken part. Ankit Kumar won second position in the chess competition. Ankur Singh won a quiz competition in Lucknow. Amitesh Kumar won Best Beginner Track Prize in Peak Hacks 2021. Ashutosh Pandey won Best Delegate in Model United Nations Conference in online mode. Training and placement has been going on. We had a fairly successful placement session. A lot of companies during pandemic, a lot of interviews took place virtually. And in the 2021 batch, the BTech students, 94% of the students have got jobs, 99 students. And in BTech ECE, 78% of the students have got jobs. The median salary for CSE is 15.5 lakhs and for CSE is 7.6 lakhs. The MTech students have not done as well because about half of the MTech students are sponsored students, so they're not looking for jobs. So among those looking for jobs, about 45% students in CSE got jobs. Unfortunately, so far, none of the 7 students looking for a job in EC have got a job. So some closing remarks then. The last 2 years have been challenging for the institute due to the COVID pandemic. We were able to continue our academic program without any delay online. We kept our hostels open throughout the period from March 2022 onwards. This helped students who did not have proper internet connections at their homes or who did not have proper facilities to carry out their studies at home to stay in our hostels. Fortunately, there were no major outbreak of infection during this period. About 10% of the students stayed in our hostels during the pandemic. Our faculty have learned the use of ICT tools for teaching, and they will use these tools to a greater extent than before, even when classes become completely physical from the coming monsoon 2022 semester. We did not receive any funds, as I mentioned, from our stakeholders. This has been the first year without such support. We have increased our income by increasing the number of students, but as I have already mentioned, we need more hostel seats. We need to put in place some sports infrastructure, some space for Gymkhana Council, technical and cultural, technical and welfare activities. With the support of the government of Assam, we have formulated a phase 2 of construction on campus, where we will add all the above facilities in the next 3 years. I would like to thank the student community along with the guardians for supporting the institute during these difficult times. Even though some of you had difficulty in paying your fees on time, timely payment by a large section of students helped us keep afloat. We need timely payment of fees, as that is practically our only source of income. We encourage students to apply for scholarships available from most state governments and also central government schemes. We also encourage students to take loans to pay their fees. Loans are available from banks and other financial institutions without collateral if you get admission into IIIT Guwahati. Of course, you all are passing out. This is then more for the existing students and the new students coming in. Graduating students, most of you taking degrees today are either already working or got a job to join soon. Please do not forget what you learned during your stay in the institute, both from teachers and also your fellow students, and utilize it to contribute to the best of your ability to the well-being of society. Please do remember the institute when you become successful and do contribute financially whenever you can. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Jai Hind.
The chairman, board of governors is now requested to address the convocation.
Thank you. Professor Gautam Barua, Director, Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati. Sir Uttam Das, Registrar, members of the board, members of the Senate, and members of the faculty and staff. Graduating class of 2021 and 2022, parents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you present, both in person and virtually, at the fourth convocation of the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati. Let me begin by congratulating each one of the students and scholars who are receiving degrees, awards, and prizes today. While it's a celebration of your achievements, it also marks the beginning of your journey into a world of opportunities and challenges. On this special occasion, I was to welcome the Honorable Chief Minister of Assam, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma, to the fourth convocation of the IIIT Guwahati, but unfortunately he could not be present today in person. However, he has sent his best wishes, and I am told his message will be read out. The Honorable Chief Minister is a man of action with tremendous commitment towards the development of the state and the welfare of its people. Under his leadership, we have seen the state's progress on several fronts, be it in public health, education, industrialization, or infrastructure development. As a patron of the Institute, Honorable Chief Minister has supported the Institute right from the beginning. When the Government of India introduced the scheme of establishing IIITs in the country in a PPP mode, he was then the Education Minister of Assam. The Government of Assam was the first to submit a proposal to the Centre. He not only ensured that the land is allocated to the Institute for its permanent campus on a priority basis, but also made sure that the state fulfills its financial obligations in a time-bound manner, and in fact going beyond by allocating additional funds to the state budget for the year 2022-23. On behalf of the Institute, I would like to express our deep appreciation and gratitude to the Honorable Chief Minister and his government for their continuous support to the Institute as it makes rapid progress towards becoming one of the finest technology education centers in India. We have the comfort and confidence that we can approach the Honorable CM in the future as well for any help and assistance. Today I have special reasons to applaud IIIT Guwahati, as we all are aware the COVID-19 pandemic casted a shadow on the academic lives and careers of the students across the world. Precious hours of academic engagement, debates, and research was lost in lockdowns. Yet IIIT Guwahati did exceptionally well, even in these challenging and testing times. It has not only kept the academic cycle of teaching and learning rolling through innovative methods, but also made great efforts to help students stay on their career track, despite the disruptions. I'm happy to find that the second and third MTech batches are graduating today. Research has been a major thrust of the institute, and today 7 PhD degrees are being awarded. There are about 100 PhD scholars in the institute currently. Here I would like to express my appreciation and gratitude to the members of the board for their continuous support and guidance to the institute in pursuit of academic excellence. Corporates like TCS have always been helpful and supported the institute. Oil India is another example. My dear student, the world you are entering as a graduate today has changed dramatically and continues to change at an incredibly rapid pace. You would have seen the James Webb Telescope broadcasting 13 billion years ago how the cosmos looked, and what we are witnessing as some remarkable progress in application of technology. Digital transformation is creating an unprecedented opportunity for innovation across all industries, with total reinvention of products, services, and experiences. Interestingly, technology feeds on itself. Each technological improvement creates the next and stronger generations of technology at a very accelerated pace. Therefore, this is indeed a great time to graduate with skills that equip you to ride on this technology wave. An ocean of opportunities awaits you if you have the right attitude and passion, and you all embrace learning as a lifelong endeavor. Technology, I must say, is a means to an end, not an end in itself. Provides the means to create and make a difference to the lives of people, which ultimately brings lasting progress and radical transformation. India has numerous problems, but most of these are of a gigantic scale that need to be addressed on a mission mode, be it inequitable access to education or public health, or tackling climate change. This can be viewed as an opportunity in the journey towards a digital economy that's inclusive. The Digital India initiative has been driving creation of technology infrastructure at a massive scale, including connectivity and adoption of digital practices. Our challenges with digital inclusion, transportation, healthcare, education, agriculture, etc., essentially require transformative and scalable innovations. We need technologies that can go beyond lab systems and work in the real world. For example, with over 600 widely used languages in India, efficient cross-language communication is a necessity for India. Speech-to-speech recognition systems are becoming real-time across languages, which has been a dream for ages, but now it's becoming a reality thanks to the advancements in technology and artificial intelligence. For decades, India's effort to deliver government services has been plagued by a host of problems. But now the public digital platforms, which we call the India Stack, India has been trying to solve hard problems by adopting presence-less, paperless, and cashless service delivery. The impact has been very impressive. For example, over 6 lakh crore rupees was transferred directly to the bank accounts of people across the country using the DBT Aadhaar platform. This is just a tip of an iceberg of an unprecedented opportunity waiting to be unfolded in the years ahead. Entrepreneurial ambition and a startup ecosystem awaits you in addition to the other jobs. The Northeast has started seeing a wave of positive changes as new opportunities are being created here. Assam is already leading the way by leveraging technology for the socio-economic and cultural development of the state. The cancer grid set up in collaboration with the Tata Trust is an example of a distributed network of hospitals and doctors. And I have had the honor of participating with the Chief Minister recently is the modernization of the industrial training institutes in collaboration with Tata. To seek the futuristic courses and curricula and advanced manufacturing, Internet of Things, semiconductor, chip technology, and automation. that the Tata Technologies has created for the ITIs, which will go a long way in creating a vibrant skilling ecosystem in the region, aligned with the demands of the Industry 4.0. The rich biodiversity flora and fauna and the opportunity for sustainable growth of the region looks bright and exciting. The region has great potential for development and will become the growth engine that will give the next big push to the Indian economy. Could be transformed into an economic corridor connecting India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and other ASEAN countries. The benefits of such a transformation will be multifaceted, impacting not only India but the entire sub-region. And IIIT Guwahati is uniquely positioned to make meaningful contributions by using its strength in technology with an interdisciplinary outlook. The potential for exponential growth in the Indian economy in the years ahead is certainly possible and a reality. So this will create numerous possibilities for young and talented people like you. Indeed, most of these opportunities will be created by young entrepreneurs themselves. I see amongst you the creators of successful future startups. The world is waiting for you. Step out and take a plunge. Success or failure is an opportunity for learning. All of you need to pursue your dreams with passion, purpose, and persistent efforts. Your dreams will come true. You all make all of us at the make India proud. With these that are graduating today, all graduated when they are getting the degrees today. Also, congratulations to the award winners. I wish you all a very successful and memorable journey ahead. It's worth recalling Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Associate Dean, Student Affairs, Dr. Suranjana Barua, will now read out the convocation address of the Chief Guest, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma.
Mr. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma for the fourth convocation of the Institute of Information Technologies, Guwahati. Respected Chairman of the Board, Mr. S. Ramodarai, who is joining this convocation online, Director of the Institute, Professor Gautam Burla, members of the Board, members of the Senate, distinguished guests, parents and guardians, and dear students. At the outset, I extend heartiest congratulations to all the graduates of this prestigious institution who are their degrees at today's convocation. It is indeed a moment of pride and jubilation for all of you, your families, and this is all known, but still I would like to highlight it, that is the importance of information technology. The steam engine, an 18th century invention, was an iconic technology of the Industrial Revolution. It has the same relationship to the Industrial Revolution as the transistor has to the Information Revolution. While the working of the steam engine is quite intelligible, it is not the case with the transistor. Working of the transistor is something magical about it. It is something beyond body as to what goes on inside a computer or a mobile phone when they work. The technology of the steam engine is essentially confined to limited areas, but the transistor, embodied in the computer, is a universal technology. Right from the wristwatch to the space station, it is central to their working. Secondly, information technology has spread faster and over a larger area than any of the industrial technologies do. IT has become critical to the working of every feat of human activities today. Sequencing of human generation of atomic power plant would not have been possible without the application of information. Over 20% of the components of a high-end car. Airplane and factories and even homes are being designed much more efficiently with the aid of computer. It is the combination of these two factors that have empowered the information revolution to transform practically every aspect of human activity. Whether it is the economy or education, polity or entertainment, the application of information technology is radically changing their character. Today, we are living in an information society where the computers have relieved us of complex tasks made work more meaningful, rendered the production process more efficient, reduced the lie when the government of India. We saw this as an opportunity to set up a national level institute specializing in information and communication technology in the state. We had already acquired space for an IT park near LGBI airport, and we found we could acquire land next to the IT park for the institute. This would enable interaction between the faculty and students of the institute on one hand and entrepreneurs who would be established. Investors into the IT park and also help researchers in the IIIT to interact with industry to solve real-life problems. Thus, the IIIT campus got established by 20. It was first invented. The immediate feature that caught people's imagination was its probable impact on globalization by elimination of constraints of time and place. People noticed that it enabled the transnational corporations to go much faster through exercise of remote control in real time. It is argued that IT was developed by commercial interest. Advent of IT has also brought along with it a host of curses, as evidently millions of workers have lost their jobs, or their jobs de-skilled. As of now, employability of IT in our country is more as an institute of corporate profits. But now it is essential to be turned towards its human facets and have a fuller appreciation of how IT can be used more on societal causes. We are all aware of the remarkable achievements of the Indian software industry. What is inspiring about this part of the story is that IT is applied on the countryside to empower the villagers. We have now to focus more on an overview of the information revolution as to how it unfolds in our developing economy. IIIT Guwahati has a constructive role to play in this. The benefits of IT do not fall from heaven. It has come through infrastructure, particularly the society through its social applications. Educational, research, and industrial infrastructure complement such an ecosystem. We need to create such infrastructure of education and research over time. Industries provide a fertile soil for growth of research in IT. A culture in mathematics in the society and love for the subject, generated in the young minds at the school level itself, always foster development of IT culture in the society. Our government is very much keen in applying of IT-enabled services, ITES, in the government machinery. We have a deep sense of purpose and earnestness in applying ITES to make the administration more people-friendly. With an aim to make the system more objective, our government is planning to bring in IT to a wider area of government functioning. I'm sure of a substantial public benefit likely to accrue from our government's purposeful drive to use IT in the service of the people. Services. Under this project, steps were taken to dispose of all pending files till May 10, 2021, within August 15, 2022. For all pending files, concerned persons were given the options to upload their petition informing the subject matter, giving reference number, etc., through Sathavana portal. Such petitions are then processed at the concerned department, and people can track the status of their files on the portal itself. Implementation of the project is also monitored through a dashboard. Our government has also taken a big stride in applying ICT in a mission called Mission Vasundhara, which is a great example of invoking ICT in the service of the people in matters relating to land. Of late, we have noticed that land has become the largest source of dispute, litigation, violence, and corruption. Manual maintenance of land records provides ample scope of all such menaces and suffering by the citizens. Therefore, in a bid to streamline and resolve and make land revenue services more accessible to citizens, Mission Vasundhara was launched. The mission enables to reduce the tendency in updation of land records through mission mode, accelerated disposal of services sought by citizens, and an ease of doing business environment in the land management ecosystem. The implementation of the mission will see achieving the goal of 100% digitalization of maps, land records, and registration for the state under the integrated land records management system. In the first phase, since the launch of the mission on 2nd October 2021, till its successful completion on May 10, 2022, altogether 8,13,981 applications were disposed. We are also very much inclined to associating with the private sector in pursuit of promoting public-private partnership in the field of information technology. The creation of IT infrastructure is capital intensive. Only with public-private partnership as the government has other priorities to look into. Above all, level and type of expertise that require are not readily available within the government. Private companies, therefore, are best suited to fill the equity gap and gap of technological advancement. Our government is therefore receptive to the idea of IT industry joining hands with the state government and partnering in all areas of the sector. To that effect, a project of electronics manufacturing cluster is being set up at the Tech City in the vicinity of IIIT Guwahati in partnership of native government of Assam and Mtron. The project is slated to be completed in December 2022. In another initiative, our government is setting up with native Computer Emergency Response Center, which will cater to the need of the entire northeastern states. You will also appreciate that we are nurturing to set up at the Tech City itself an international internet gateway (IIG) connecting Guwahati and Cox's Bazar in Bangladesh, starting with 100 Gbps connectivity. Moreover, Antron has been working in the field of augmented reality and virtual reality, and in another initiative, Antron is all set to bring 3D manufacturing for industry and healthcare at the Tech City. Regarding IIIT Guwahati, our government is committed to continue our financial support for capital expenditure in the institute. As has already been mentioned, the state government has announced a grant of ₹10 crores for 2022-2023. Based on plans of the institute, I assure that our government will consider further requests for funding. However, I find that the number of students graduating from the institute who are from Assam are very few. The percentage has been dropping, especially after the spot admissions to fill up vacant seats were stopped. I request the institute to consider reserving some of the seats, maybe about 20%, in the BTech programs for students from Assam. This will be similar to the scheme being adopted by NITs in the country. Students from Assam are more likely to establish startups in the state, and we need to increase the number of such startups in the state. I'm sure IIIT Guwahati graduates will be very successful on that front. We are aware that path-breaking research is mostly done not by engineering graduates, but by the PhDs and masters in engineering. Bachelor of Engineering is produced by tens of thousands, but few PhDs and masters are produced annually. It is in view of this vacuum that Indian Institute of Information Technology has been set up. IIIT admits engineering students for higher studies, and the institute has been successful in fulfilling its given objectives. For example, once the Bangalore IIIT produced nearly 150 postgraduate engineers per year, a number that was higher than the combined production by all the IITs put together. IIIT Guwahati needs to look into this, and efforts must be made to increase the number of masters and research scholars. It is not only the quantity that matters for IT companies, we must also look to fulfilling the quality gap so that the paucity of highly qualified scientists and engineers can be done away with. We must understand that this current era belongs to those who produce PhDs and masters in the field of science and technology. We must be judicious and set our priorities in using a powerful tool like information technology. Technology is, after all, a mirror of the society. Its usage are shaped by the forces and interests of the stakeholders. Our government is desirous for maximum usage of information technology in the services of our people. We are averse to a technology which serves only the commercial interests and bereft of any potential to serve the social ends. Technology and administration are inseparable. Rather, they are two arms that control quality. Hence, IIIT and government must forge a strong alliance, as the two have to work in tandem to optimize the benefit of information technology and bring its much desired fruits to the common masses. Dear graduating students, as you're stepping out of this institute, I urge you all to make best use of your knowledge and expertise to maximize the benefit of IT and ITES for the common people. I am confident that what you have learned in this institute will help you in fulfilling this HELLO objective. We are aware that obtaining a degree from IIIT is a privilege of a very few, and you all have worked very hard in getting admission to this institute and graduate successfully. Dear students, you are at the prime of your youth. The way in which you utilize your energies will decide not only your future, but also the nation as well. Swami Vivekananda, who had deep faith in youth power, urged the young generation to amplify their mental energies and physical fitness and work for social transformation. Swamiji said, take up one idea, make that one idea your life, think of it, dream of it, live on that idea. Let the brain muscles neuron, every part of your body be full of that idea and just leave every other idea alone. This is the way of success. On this important occasion today, I also urge the students to be more focused with their goals, resolute with their ideas, and committed in their mission. I congratulate you all once again for receiving the degrees in today's convocation and wish you all success in your future. With these words, I conclude my speech. Thank you, Jerry.
The conferral of degrees by the director will now begin. We start with the conferral of PhD degrees for 2021, followed by 2022. The Dean Postgraduate will present the PhD recipients, degree recipients, and the director will confer the degrees.
I present to you, sir, Anamya Bhattacharya and others, including those in absentia, have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy and pray that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director of Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati, I admit you all, including those in absentia, the degree of PhD of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Anamya Bhattacharya, PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Shekhar Shuman Bora, PhD in Electronics and Communication Engineering. Dimple Chaudhary, PhD in Linguistics. Arjun Ching Setri, PhD in Mathematics.
We now proceed with the presentation of MTech degrees in Computer Science and Engineering for 2021, followed by 2022. The head of CSC will now present the MTech degree recipients, and the director will confer the degrees.
I present to you, sir, Manindita Das and others, including those in absentia, who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and pray that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director of IIIT Guwahati, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the degree of MTech of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Manindita Das, Onmesa Kassab, Arunam Arjun, Gargi Thakuria, Manasi Saharia, Priti Sen, Silpi Sikar Das. Ansuman Biswas, Devasis Chauhan, Zito Sri Pathak, Dona Marci S. Momin, Kripanjali Rava, Namrata De,
इसका होगा
Paradjoti Das,
लिंक
Sangita Kakoti, Saurabh Kumar, Simrin Barua, Sucheta Roy.
We now proceed with the presentation of MTech degrees in Electronics and Communication Engineering for 2021, followed by 2022. The head of ECE will now present the MTech degrees recipients, and the director will confer the degrees.
I present to you, sir, Abhishek Baba and others, including those in absentia who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Master of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and pray that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Director of IIIT Guwahati, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the degree of MTech of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Abhishek Baba. Jinendra Sipani. Appam Shamsita Roy. Devabrat Sharma. Devashri Sharma. Krishnami Borkamuni. Parismita Deva. Rimpi Bora. Upangana Das.
We now proceed with the presentation of BTech degrees in Computer Science and Engineering for 2021, followed by 2022. The head of CSE will present the BTech degree recipients, and the director will confer the degrees.
I present to you, sir, Amartya Datta and others, including those in absentia who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and pray that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director of IIIT Guwahati, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Computer Science and Engineering, and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Amartya Datta, Amitabh, Nishant Srivastava,
नहीं चलेगा बोलो।
Om Prakash Kumar, Ratanjit Pratap Chauhan, Sahil Bajaj, Sahil Kumar Jaiswal, Samir Roy, Sushant Bhalak Das, Vikramaditya Singh, Abhimanyu Kumar Gupta, Abhinav Singh, Abhishek Kumar, Achal Dixit, Aditya Raj Chauhan, Akash Kapil, Amar Kumar, Anugunj Naman, Onuranam Rai Deka, Aryan Sharma, Asmit Ayus, Atmakuru Venkata Subramania Dhatris, Adul Prakash, Aishman Singh, Choyan Gurele, Chetan Sinha, Deepak Kumar Yadav, Deepak Sridhar, Dheeraj Kumar Shah, Diyani Kundu, Durga Prasad Baiwa, Gurnur Singh, Alamat Benu, Harsh Prakash, Harshit Dixit, Harshit Jain, Harshit Karan, Ishan Chaudhary, Kandani Venkata Shravan, Kartik Gupta, Kapipali EMS Reddy, Kuldeep Ravalia, Kumar Badal, Kusagra Agarwal, Lakshmi Priya Pampati, Mansi Shahu, Manoj Singh Parihar, Naman Patidar, Namit Goyal, Nilab Sukla, Nimish Agarwal, Prasun Kumar, Pratik Jain, Prem Chandra Singh, Prince Kumar, Priyanshu Anand, Rahul Gupta, Raj Aryan, Raj Ranjan, Richit Chandra, Rishabh Niranjan, Rishu Raj, Sachin Agarwal, Saksam Tomar, समीर कुमार कुशवाहा, समीना सिंह, समीर बोरो, संचित कुमार, सायम कौर, शिवम कुमार, शिवम मिश्रा, सिद्धार्थ अभिजीत बोस, सोमोजीत देव, सुधांशु राय, सुमेश ठाकुर, स्वप्निल अमन, तिरुमुरुगन आर, तुषार भारतीय, उत्कर्ष कुमार, यश अग्रवाल, यश कोठन,
We now proceed with the presentation of BTech degrees in Electronics and Communication Engineering for 2021, followed by 2022. The head of ECE will now present the BTech degree recipients and the director will confer the degrees.
I present to you, sir, Dipanshu Bharadwaj and others, including those in absentia, who have completed the prescribed course of study and have been found fit for the award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering, and pray that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Director of IIIT Guwahati, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to the degree of Bachelor of Technology in Electronics and Communication Engineering of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
Dipanshu Bharadwaj. Dolly Narsari. Mary Aradia Diamond. Nilabdeep Bhagavat. Nishu Kumari. Rajat Bhattacharya. Avinav. Abhishek Kumar Gupta. Akash. Ankit Kumar. Arkadeep Haldar. Arpit Kumar. Ashish Goswami. Ashutosh Chaube. Ashwani Kumar. Athar Davare. Ayush Narayan. Chandupatla Bipin Reddy. Divya. Dampala Ravi Teja, Gaurav Sekhar Singh, Ritik Edward Sampson, Janmajay Singh, Jha Parikrit, Karunesh Raj, Kongamudi Kamal Sai, Lenka Ayappa, M. Vamsi Krishna, Muhammad Aurangzeb, Mukund Kumar Jha, Nakka Nabia, Naman Gera, Neerav Bharti, Nishant Kumar, Om Prakash Yadav, Omkar Yashpant Chute, Piyush Upadhyay, Pranami Hazarika, Pratyush Pradhan, Pratyush Srivastav, Rakesh Kumar Singh, Sajal Gupta, Satyam, Saurabh Singh, Sibam Kumar, Shubham Bhagat, Siddharth Rajawat, Saurabh Kumar, Tanmay Goyal, Vikas Kumar,
प्रत्युष
Vishesh Mishra.
इधर आ। प्रत्युष
We now proceed with the presentation of medals. The President's Medal is awarded to a graduating student of a batch with the highest CPI in her or his BTech program. The Registrar of IIIT Guwahati will announce the award of the President's Medal for 2021, followed by 2022. The special guest, Professor T.G. Sitaram, is requested to award the medals.
For the year 2021, the President's Medal is awarded to Sunanda Sharma from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. However, he is absent. For the year 2022, the President's Medal is awarded to Abhinav Singh from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
The Chairman's Medal is awarded to a graduating student of a batch with the second highest CPI in her or his BTech program. The registrar will now announce the award of Chairman's Medal for 2021, followed by 2022. The special guest, Professor Bhavesh Goswami, is requested to award the medals.
For the year 2021, the Chairman's Medal is awarded to Aditya Jolie and Vivganshu Bharadwaj from the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Mr. Aditya Jolie is absent. For the year 2022, the Chairman's Medal is awarded to Ankit Kumar from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering.
All medal winners may please pose for photographs with the special guests and the director. All graduates will now stand up and take their pledge. Pledge by graduating students will be led by presidents and chairman medal winners of 2021.
I, Divyanshu Bharadwaj, a graduate of the Indian Institute of Information Technology, Guwahati, hereby pledge that I shall always endeavor to be scrupulously honest in the discharge of my duties. I shall experience and skills to the best of my ability for the service of society and of the country and for the glory of the institute. I shall uphold the dignity of the individual and the integrity of my profession in all circumstances.
All degree recipients may please sit down now. The Chairman, Board of Governors is requested to formally declare the closing of the convocation.
I declare the convocation closed.
All are requested to stand up for the national anthem.
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha,
You are requested not to leave your place till all the members of the academic position have left the hall. You may now sit for a few minutes before you disperse. You can take photographs here. Photographers have been arranged. Lunch will be provided at 12:45.